and welcome everyone to our first ever StudioSync. I'm Carlos Fojo. I am our product strategist, and I'll serve as our host today. And if you haven't heard it from our team yet, we wish you a very happy new year from all of us here at StudioC. And we have some exciting things to share with you, and we'd like to start by reviewing what has taken place this past year. In 2025, we're thrilled to celebrate the incredible momentum that has taken place last year, where churches have generated, check this out, 18 million engagement clicks, over 12 million dashboard views, and we have churches powerfully engaging with their members across North America, in Canada, and in 40 out of our 50 US states. Collectively, they've taken 3.5 million next steps with nearly 1.5 million relit badges, meaning people aren't just taking one step and calling it done. This signals an incredible surge in spiritual engagement. Now, we know these are numbers, but we emphasize the numbers because each number is a person. And while this is a more high altitude view from all of the churches leveraging StudioC, we thought it best to bring things down to the individual church level and hear from one of our engagement specialists, Nicole Taylor, to get a pulse on what's been taking place this past year with a few of these churches. So welcome, Nicole. We're so glad to have you with us today. I know you work closely with churches and they absolutely love working with you. And in some cases, you actually help create the engaging content for the churches that you work with. So what can you share with us about what you've seen this past year?
Yeah, thank you, Carlos. I love working with the churches that I get to work with every single day. And I could not agree more with you that while some may just see numbers on a screen, we see stories, real people whose lives are being changed right now and for eternity. At StudioC, I know everyone already probably knows this, we're deeply passionate about helping church members take meaningful steps in their faith. And every day we get the privilege of diving into analytics and seeing real engagement happening across churches. We're incredibly encouraged by the next steps happening across the capital C church. Almost 2 years ago, when I first joined StudioC, I kept hearing about a church called The Chapel in Trinity, Florida. At the time, they were 2.5 weeks away from a baptism weekend. And with just a simple message placed on their dashboard for those who hadn't been baptized yet, they already had 191 people registered. It instantly became their largest baptism weekend ever. And they still had 2.5 weeks left to go. Now, if we head to the Midwest, to Lee's Summit, Missouri, Eagle Creek Church is right now in the middle of a 90-day church-wide journey through the New Testament, all hosted on their dashboard. And the results have been incredible. A 48% click-through rate on their reading plan, and nearly half their church diving into God's word together at the same time. And as more people take next steps, churches are celebrating a new kind of challenge: growth. Corinth Church in Loganville, Georgia doubled their mobile app users in just 1 year and quickly felt the need for more space. Rooted in Ephesians 3:20 through 21, they launched the Immeasurably More campaign this past fall, inviting their church to give over the next 2 years. With a goal of 8 million, their church committed over 8.09 million. They doubled their budget, and 24% of participants were first-time givers. As Corn says, this isn't the finish line, it's just the beginning. We believe this is true for every church. Today is just the beginning of what God is doing. We're so honored to partner with our churches, celebrate lives being transformed for the Lord, and step boldly into all the incredible things that He's yet to do.
That is amazing. I love hearing about what God is up to. Thank you, Nicole. And we're truly amazed by these massive strides and can't wait to see how this energy continues to transform lives heading into the 2026 year. So thank you for that. Speaking of 2026, it's a new year and we have some new changes coming to StudioC. To share more about what's taking place, let me introduce Blue Van Dyke, who many of you know founded StudioC several years ago. Welcome, Blue. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you, Carlos. You know, I'm sitting here listening as if I'm a participant and just loving what you guys are saying. So thank you. But but really where I want to begin is by thanking our churches. I know many of the people on this webinar right now are existing clients, and thank you for the trust and the partnership and the commitment as we come alongside. I also want to congratulate all of you, right? The numbers that Carlos just mentioned and these awesome success stories that Nicole just mentioned, those aren't our numbers. They're not our stories, they're your stories. So I don't know how else to articulate this. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for letting us just come along on the journey. Thank you for letting us partner with you as we get to see all this awesome change taking place. So now I know today was really the heart of today is to talk to you about some new features and some new functionality and some new services that we're bringing out with part of our suite. But I also want to talk to you a little bit about some new naming conventions, some branding elements that we're doing. I hope that by doing this, this brings more clarity to the work that we've been doing the whole time. Right. So now, again, I mentioned that I know a lot of these are existing clients, so hang with me for a little bit. But what I want to say is, as a quick reminder, remember our mission as an organization is to help churches engage with their members better. At our core, we're all about member engagement. Now, we believe, as you know this, that the key to growing the Big C church is growing your members, right? Grow your church, right? We'll grow the Big C. Grow your members, and we'll grow the kingdom. So the methodology of engagement is really for us, it's this foundational building block element that a ton of other decisions layer on top of. Some of you have actually heard me say that I actually even believe our technology is submissive to this methodology called member engagement, to this strategy, this idea that we're going to grow our people. In doing so, we're going to grow our church, and in growing our church, we're going to grow the kingdom. Right. So we believe that this is kind of the heart behind all of this. Well, I get a lot of people when we're doing this ask me this question like, okay, great, engagement is important to it, but what do you even mean by engagement? What is that all about? And here's an oversimplified version of what we mean. We're trying to move or guide our members from just being passive attenders to actively involved in the mission of the church. So member engagement is getting people to move from just being there to actually being incredibly involved so that they can grow in their faith. So if our goal as churches is to help guide people through this journey, this process to move from where they are to some preferred future, we're kind of like a big giant GPS, right? If our job is to do that as a GPS, there's a couple things that we need to work well. We need a really clear pathway. Where are they headed? We need some data to know specifically where people currently are. We need a messaging tool to help tell people when to turn right or when to turn left. And like any GPS, we need some metrics or some analytics so that we know where they currently are and how long it's going to take. So we need a pathway, we need data, we need messaging, and we need analytics. Well, when we started StudioC, we always had these components, all those pieces I was talking about. What we did is we just bundled those pieces together, right? We called it the member engagement solution. Now, in the MES, it always had, a data platform. It always had a messaging platform. It's always had a bit of an analytics platform, and we've surrounded that with some of the services. We just often articulated as the solution, the sum, and not by any of the individual parts. Right. And what, just so you know, if we say this thing is, if I look at it, it's the messaging platform plus the analytics, plus then the data, plus the services equals member engagement. Well, over the years, we've collected feedback from pastors and ministry teams, and we've really gone in and watched how people are using the solution. And we've realized that there's value now in decoupling some of those pieces, right? To take advantage of maybe just the messaging platform, even if a church doesn't want the analytics platform, or to be able to buy in and use the analytics, even if they're not sure they want to go with the messaging platform. Now, the bundling is still known as our member engagement solution. We are solving the problem of engaging members with these pieces. But officially, as of today, we are taking what was just the messaging component and we're branding that as a brand new product called Waypoint. Okay, so we chose Waypoint as a nomenclature or a brand element for the messaging piece on purpose. We did it because of what Waypoint means, right? Waypoint is a marker on a journey. It's something that helps you understand where you're at and where you need to go. Right. In fact, the reason even the word popped up so much is our chief engineer is a pilot. He lives in Detroit, and he's often talked about flying his own plane out here to Phoenix, where we're based. And he's talked about the waypoints along the way that can help guide him from there to here. Well, that's exactly what our platform is designed to do. It's to bring clarity, direction, support, all of this to the discipleship pathway of your church. So Waypoint, the messaging part, it's still going to continue to do the things that it's always done for you. It's going to provide what we call next steps intelligence, right? Help your members understand clearly where they are on their pathway, on their journey unique to them, and confidently point them to a next step. We're going to deliver these highly precise and personalized messages. You guys, you probably overheard this, and I'm sorry, but it's about getting the right message to the right person at the right time on the right channel. So it's about delivering this content that's relevant and pertinent to help, create a stronger call to action. All of this is personalization at scale. I always say we have people, we love our people. As we continue to grow, it gets harder to talk to them as unique individuals. With this scale, this continues to bring that for you. Finally, what the messaging platform Waypoint's going to do, it's going to give you this unified omni-channel communication platform. We integrate in one place the idea of being able to deliver highly personalized content as a dashboard to your mobile app, to your website, as an email, and as a text message. Right? We're super excited about this, guys. And we're going to continue to pour into the messaging platform. We're already looking at new elements, right? If I'm cheating and leading out a little bit on how to integrate delivering messages into WhatsApp for some of our international customers. We're looking at a voice channel that you can add to that. So now you can put it on the dashboard, send an email, send a text, leave a voice message, all of this integrated into one omni-channel solution. So we're incredibly excited and happy to continue to guide churches every step of the way through this. But as of today, we officially have 2 products now. We have Waypoint, our messaging tool, and we have ChurchIQ, our analytics tool. That combined with services that I know Andrew will talk with you shortly, summed together is helping you engage members. So thank you to all of our partner churches again. Thank you to all of our strategic partners that are out there. Thank you for helping us lead the way in how you reshape how we talk to our people with empathy, with caring, with recognition. So welcome to Waypoint, and we really look forward to continuing to work with you guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Blue. And the MES, it has served us well, but you're right.
Yes.
Waypoint is so much clearer, and it helps churches understand really, and even church members, the journey that they're on, the personalized spiritual journey, and that's what we're all about. So thank you so much for that, Blue. Now, it's product update time, and we're going to kick things off with Waypoint. And at StudioC, we know that meaningful connection is the heartbeat of your community. And that's why our team is currently hard at work behind the scenes on a major evolution of the Waypoint direct messaging suite. And I know that Blue just alluded to this. And now here's the thing. This is honestly going to be the foundation to ensure that your engagement and communication is faster, more reliable, and more intuitive than ever before. This upgrade is not just a polish, it's actually the new engine. It's going to power every way you communicate through Waypoint in the future. And while you can't see those changes taking place, you certainly will be able to experience them once they go live. And something that you'll be able to see pretty soon is some new filters. See, throughout this year, we're going to be enhancing and restructuring our filters, making them even more intuitive for you to use. We'll also be releasing new ways to segment your audience so you can deliver the right message to the right person or exclude those you know shouldn't receive a particular message. So we're excited to be on this journey with you, and we'll be releasing more details and feature updates throughout the year. Now, our team has also been hard at work on another product, and that has been ChurchIQ. Now, ChurchIQ was born from churches begging us to create a simple data analytics tool that didn't require them to have a data scientist or data analyst or engineer on their payroll. They really wanted something automated, not complicated, something that they can trust just to get a clear picture of what was happening. So we met with pastors, executive pastors. We also met with different data analysts from different churches who collectively wanted to create an affordable and better experience for churches. And ChurchIQ launched last year, bringing over 60 aggregated essential metrics that gave church leaders the ability to see the big picture trends and different generational and life phase views. It also allows them to hone in on different data sets like attendance and small groups, volunteer, giving. And this has been honestly really, really great. And while it has been great, it was launched, and honestly, all it took was a few months, and church leaders began asking us for more, specifically around the area of generosity. They kind of wanted to see, okay, what's a clearer picture of our congregation's health relating to donations? They had the raw data, they just didn't know how to get there. And knowing that where your treasure is, there your heart will be also, we began down the path of helping transform data into actionable insights and allowing campus pastors and leaders to shepherd based on actual behavioral trends. And so, with that, today we're excited to announce the all new Donor Health Suite. See, Donor Health is going to provide a clear window into the movement and growth of your congregation's generosity. You can monitor donor engagement at every stage, from their very first gift to increasing donations, even long term patterns. You can also spot declining, lagging, or lapsing donors right away, giving you the clarity to re engage them before they drift away. And whether it's a phone call or a personalized message, whenever you're ready to take action, you can actually export a list as simple as that. Or even better, if you're a Waypoint subscriber, donor health filters will be available for you to be able to communicate personally and strategically, sending the right message to the right person at the right time. See, donor health is actually adding 20 additional metrics to ChurchIQ. And yes, you heard that right. Donor health is now included as part of your ChurchIQ subscription. Now, we know all these products are amazing and powerful. They help you communicate effectively with your members, and it helps you analyze your data to take action. And that's what we're most excited about. We also know sometimes churches need help, and they've reached out to us for some expert guidance, even some hands-on help. And to tell us more about the different services StudioC is providing, please welcome our Managing Director, Andrea Singh. Welcome.
Hi, Carlos. Thanks so much. It's great to be with you today. And I am so excited to have this opportunity to share some of the significant expansions that the services group has experienced over this past year. So first off, I want to start with our managed services offering. For anybody who is maybe not familiar with this offering, this involves having one of our StudioC expert engagement specialists support a church in their member communication by coming alongside them as an extension of their marketing and communication team, where we take on the responsibility of helping create the strategy, content, and delivery of all of their member communications using our Waypoint dashboard, email, and SMS platform. So we first experimented with this service offering last year in response to a few of our churches who expressed the passion and desire to really do member engagement well, but they just didn't have the bandwidth or internal capacity to execute on that strategy consistently. So by stepping in and offering to manage the entire process for them, from setup to execution of all of their member communication, we have been able to help them deliver on that promise of true member engagement and personalization, and helping their members get more connected more quickly. So this has been super exciting. We started last year with, as I mentioned, just offering this to a couple clients to see how it would work and if it would benefit them. And we now have 25 churches who are utilizing managed services and seeing incredible growth and engagement. So if you are interested in learning about that service, you can, on your dashboard, you'll be able to click to learn more. We do offer this with a tier-based model. So based on the needs of your church, how many hours, and what level of support you need, we would love to talk to you about that and potentially partner with you. So that's for our churches that, as I mentioned, maybe don't have the bandwidth or the internal capacity. But we have a lot of churches that do have a team that love the tool, but they want to get more out of it, and they really want to optimize using the engagement solution. So what we have created for 2026 are what we call our MarComm CoLabs. We are offering our very first one in February. sold out already. We just opened it up at the very tail end of 2025, 1st of January, and they are sold out. We cap these CoLabs at 10 churches per CoLab so that it can be a really, truly intimate setting where we are working hand in hand with the church to help build out their content strategy for the year. This is not a presentation or classroom style where you're just hearing and learning. You will be doing hands-on building and creating content for your church while you are working with us. So in this one-day CoLab, you're going to gain clarity on your priorities for your church. You're going to align all of your messaging with your engagement strategy, and you're going to be able to build practical, ready-to-use communication plans that you will walk out of here with them pre-built. So we are so excited. We have seen that by partnering with our churches and bringing all of the wealth and knowledge that we learn by working with so many different churches across the nation, we can help accelerate your learning of it, and we can help share those best practices and help you guys become true MarComm experts within your church as well. So we have opened up those 3 new dates, as I mentioned, for the remainder of 2026. We have a class in April, September, and November. Just a quick shout out. April is a beautiful time of year here. So I would encourage you to get online and book that one right away if you're interested in joining us for one of these CoLabs. It's going to be amazing, and we look forward to seeing you guys.
Thank you so much, Andrea. I mean, these offerings are definitely exciting. And it's amazing that our first CoLab is already filled up. That's super, super awesome. So definitely, you're going to want to sign up quickly because spots do get filled up really, really fast, as you've already seen. And so as we wrap up today, you have heard about Waypoint, the heart behind the rebrand to Waypoint, and how Waypoint brings clarity, direction, support to the discipleship pathway already in your church. It's the omnichannel messaging hub helping churches guide every person toward their next step in following Jesus. We've also heard about ChurchIQ with the addition of donor health. And this introduces actionable insights with the addition of Donor Health Suite. It empowers you with a clear window into the movement and the growth of your congregation's generosity. And it's all happening in real time without the need of that data engineer, analyst, or anyone else on your payroll. Honestly, this is a great, great tool. And just donor health alone, I'm telling you guys, it's worth it. You've also heard about our MarComm CoLabs. That is going already. It's happening February. It's filled up. You're going to want to take part in these CoLabs. They're hands-on, expert-led workshops where leaders have the time to just step away from the daily grind, all of their daily tasks, and they can clarify priorities, build actionable communications plan, and then take that back and implement it, which is going to be really, really exciting. And so thank you so very much for joining us for StudioC's StudioSync. I'm going to bring all of our participants back. Thank you so much for joining us today, and God bless. Anything else you'd like to share, guys?
We're super excited, all of you, and we're proud to be working with you. So thank you again for the confidence. If you need anything, as always, we're just available. So I know we have some links on this, but if you can always go to our website if necessary, use the links on the website. You can reach out to any of us individually if there was a component we spoke about. Otherwise, we've got a slew of people here who are just excited to work and serve you. So don't be afraid to use that link and reach out if we can help you in any way.
Yes, we love you guys. We're praying for all of our churches out there. And those of you that we have not partnered with yet, get signed up. 2026 is going to be a great year.
Love it. Take care.
Right,
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.